feel
Okay,
free
cool.
to address that as you need to
Okay,
too.
awesome. Hi everybody. Thank you again for coming and listening to me talk, but I just wanted to reach out as, 2 summers ago I had a really great time representing the Philippines at the FIBA Asia Cup, and I just wanted to announce that I'm planning to represent them again this coming July at in China. And yeah, just super excited to represent the Philippines and just get back out there with the team and hopefully get us to the World Cup. So yeah, but if anybody has any questions, love to answer them. Yes. Miss Morales.
Yeah, hi, Vanessa. First of all, you mentioned that, of course, 2 years ago you really had a good time in playing with Gilas, obviously, but of course for you that has you know during that time there's been a lot of personal growth. So, what has been the biggest change, I guess, for you personally as a basketball player that you're eager to bring to the team at this point?
Yeah, I think a lot of things that I've grown is like my relentlessness and then just the urgency of like the time and the present. So for me, I think we've really grown as a program, like myself, but also the Philippines team. And I think now is the time to just really show it and not wait for the future. So for me, it's coming in with that mentality of the present and being ready to compete now and, helping us win now. And I think we have the group. And if we just lock in and buy in together and understand that, putting in the work and just being really focused on giving it our all, I think that will help us in the end. But yeah, like you said, I've been through a lot personally and on the basketball court. And it kind of just taught me to take advantage of the moment and, yeah, giving it your all.
Yeah, and of course for you, a lot or a deep run in the NCAA tournament earlier this year. How does that experience help you, not just with Gilas, of course, but also your new journey with Notre Dame?
hmm Yeah, I think for me, it was a very, unfortunately an early ending, but it just kind of showed the ups and downs of the season and kind of having to face adversity and proving others wrong. Like for us, I think last year no one thought we'd make it that far. And for me, it just gives me that mentality of it starts with the belief within the group. And I think this can apply to like with the national team. Many people may doubt us. Many people may think we won't win as many games, but if we just buy in together and believe that the work we put in the days before will help us for that moment, I think that's really powerful and I think will surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, and just last question for me. Obviously, a World Cup slot at stake in the Asia Cup. I guess for you personally, how motivated are you to really help the team get through that, especially that the Philippines hasn't been to the Women's World Cup ever?
Yeah, I'm very motivated. That's like the number one thing on my mind. But again, it starts one game at a time. So for me, it's playing Australia first, then Japan, then Lebanon, and then seeing where that leads after that. But, I think we have a great team, and to be able to make history and represent the Philippines is huge for me. So if we can get these first couple games in and hopefully qualify for the pre-qualifiers to get into the World Cup, that'll be the best thing. But yes, one game at a time.
Thanks, V.
Yes, Tyler.
Hey, Vanessa, appreciate you doing this. Obviously, Hannah just made the USA team for the FIBA AmeriCup, so and I think there might be a few others. Well, there definitely have been a few others on the Notre Dame roster in the past with international basketball experience. So, given that you've had it, she's had it before, she's getting it again. I'm curious, like how much it might help just getting that experience and translating it over to the college basketball game.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's huge. I remember the last time I played in the FIBA Asia Cup, just playing against other pros who do it, year round, and they're just older, more wiser, have played the game for a long time. I think that kind of just brings in that experience that I can apply here at Notre Dame. And just with how competitive it is, I've learned a lot of like different playing styles, having to play against different countries, whether that's faster or like taller, or just different kind of schemes. And I think that just helps me become a better point guard, a better basketball player, just growing my IQ and having the abilities to learn there and kind of apply it and help the team here. So for me, it's just taking that experience from the games and just the different competition and different competitors, different playing styles, and just applying that and growing from there and then bringing it here.
You alluded to it a little bit, but what does it mean to be able to kind of represent your heritage with the Philippines in this way?
Yeah, it means everything to me. My family is a huge part of me and growing up and just a big part of even why I play basketball. So be able to represent them in a national level is very important to me. I'm just very grateful for the opportunity and I hope to continue doing it and just giving back to, my family, my culture who have done so much for me is really important.
Last one from me, working out with the Notre Dame players in the last couple of weeks. What have you kind of noticed about the team, the personnel, the culture, the coaches? Just what has your first month or so been like in South Bend?
Yeah, it's been great. Honestly, I can really feel the passion and just like the excitement. I think with all of us being very new, coming from, different places and just really excited to see what this group will bring. I've seen a lot of growth, just like love and just excitement. I don't know how to describe it, but every day I'm like everybody's excited to come to practice. Every day the work is great. There's effort, there's hard work, there's energy, and I think that's where it starts is that the connectivity you have as a group on and off the court. And we've been spending a lot of time off the court as well, just hanging out or going to coach's house. And I think that will really show how much we'll grow as a team later on this year. So I'm just really excited and I really love this group of people so far. And yeah, I think it's going to be a great season.
Thank you.
hmm yes, John.
Hi, Vanessa. Just for me, usually in basketball, in particular in college basketball, players would tend to explore opportunities very early on. Like some would not even finish their undergraduate seasons, or at least in the Philippines, it's becoming a trend. So, at least for you, what compelled you or what made you decide to pursue a graduate season with Notre Dame?
hmm Yeah, I think a big part for me is just I've only played 3 years of college basketball, so just getting that experience again and really just having a great year in college basketball for me is, one of the biggest stage in women's basketball is playing in the NCAA. And for me, I really just wanted to have another year of that and take advantage of it and also being at Notre Dame, which is an amazing program, and be able to be coached and developed here from these amazing coaches and playing with other great players, I think that will just set me up to become even better as a player and as a person before heading to the pros. So a big part of it was just the development and just kind of enjoying this another year of college basketball and winning the championship. I want to win, and I think here at Notre Dame sets me up with a good chance to compete for that.
From from a personal standpoint, just one word for me. Like from a personal standpoint, what's a particular goal that you want to accomplish with Notre Dame that you think you might not have done yet during your undergraduate career? Like, what's that fuel for you in this next few years, at least?
Mhm. Yeah, I think personally, one obviously make it to the Final Four. I don't like getting ahead of myself, but just again, competing well in the conference, winning our conference in the regular season, and then just making a deeper run in the tournament. And then for me personally, my goal is always, trying to make the W. And I think that starts with development here. So having these coaches help develop me and continue to grow and getting pushed from the other great players here, I think, will help set me up for that.
Vanessa, this is Sean Stiers. I apologize for just jumping in. Apparently, I can't, I either can't find my raised hand or it's not working. So, um, you talked about sort of assimilating with the team a little bit, and as someone who played against this team at Duke for a few years, I'm curious what your impressions of Coach Ivy and the staff were, and kind of how that's held up since you've been here so far.
Mhm. Yeah, a big reason on my decision was just how great my visit was, and that started with the people. And the first time I talked to Coach Ivy and the first time I met the whole coaching staff in person, I really felt that connection and the personal ability that they had with me, and just how invested they were in me as a person. And I think that's really important, seeing that the belief they have in you just as a person, even just before a player. And they've just been really great. A lot of positivity, a lot of encouragement, and a lot of belief in who I can be and my potential of what I can help this team this year. And yeah, I've just been loving it every day working with them. Coach Mike is my position coach, and she's been great. Just a person that I can talk to, whatever it is, basketball related, personal related. And yeah, all the coaches so far have been amazing. I'm just really excited to continue to get to know them. And I think this year's going to be really fun.
As far as your trip this summer, what's that look like? Like when will you leave? How long will you be there? That kind of thing.
Yeah, so I leave June 28th, which is this Saturday, to go out and meet the team in the Philippines before we head out to Taiwan for a pre-tournament. It's called the Jones Cup. It'll be from like July 1st to July 7th. And then from there, we'll go back to the Philippines for a couple of days of training camp before heading to China for the FIBA Asia Cup, which starts on July 13th. And then it will go until July 21, July 22, and then I'll come back after that.
Awesome. Thanks. Good luck.
Thank you.